The God who made all of that, the stars, the planets, all the galaxies, made you.
Guys, meet my new friend Layla.
Is this the astronaut kid?
It's been 4 days since Telos 1, the first manned shuttle to Mars.
Base have control. This is Captain Donald Casey of Telos 1.
Telos 1, are you receiving?
ASAP, our guidance system is offline. Fellas, we're in trouble.
What is all this?
Our headquarters. Alex and Ellie and I are kind of a team. We can solve the problem with Telos 1's guidance system. Your dad can come home.
Ignition in 3, 2, 1. Huh. I'm not sure.
How close are we to a solution? We need more power to be able to contact them. Doc, my dad is out there somewhere, and there's nothing I can do to help. But you can.
It's a cookie launcher. Still has a few bugs.
Okay, well, there we go. It's that time of year again. We start begging for help. We're going to have a brief meeting just after this service for volunteers and a rundown of what we're going to do this year. I greatly appreciate it. Jim McCullough, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Our most precious Heavenly Father, we come to you this morning, thank you for this opportunity to come to your house. We thank you for the blessings that you give us each and every day. And the love that you give us, God, and the care that you give. Father, we just pray now as we go into this service this day. We just pray, God, we bless Brother Garland to bring the message to us, God. Most of all, we just pray that no one here this day that don't know you as a personal Savior. Today will be the day. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We just pray God is still with us now. Give each and every one that's involved in our church, God. We just bless them. Pray for those that are sick, God, and in need of help. Pray God be with them and them who receive their help or whatever they may need, God. Give us now more way up with us this day and keep us safe.
Good morning. This morning, glad you're here with us today. Be sure and notice all the announcements that are in the bulletin. The open house for the preschool, that's the first, which is, when's that? Tuesday? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. So be sure that if you can attend that, be here for that at 1:15. And for that, and then preschool graduation is the 12th at 7 p.m. So be your support our little ones for that. The wedding shower for Shane and Rebecca, that's the 7th. So remember that. The deacon ordination service is the 7th at 6 p.m. So a lot of things going on. Let's see. Today at 5, the church council meeting, right? Okay. And so be here for that. Yeah, and ask Garland how many hot dogs you ate the other night. And we had a good time with the Awana cookout Wednesday night, so they had a good time with that. all the other things, of course, Operation Christmas Child's going on all the time, so be keeping up with that, what we need to bring for that for the upcoming year. Let's see. Oh, the House and Grounds Committee, if you're on that, need to meet right down here at the front just for a few minutes right after church today. So if you're on that, please be down here to my left right down here. Anything else this morning? I think Roman's got something.
We are also having Sunday school teachers meeting. Was that today after church? Correct. So we have all kinds of meetings after church today. And Dylan, I'm going to ask, and I'm sorry, and I hope this is okay, but we have a video we want to show to the Sunday school teachers in the meeting. So would it be okay if y'all met in the fellowship hall? We can go anywhere. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were going to have all these meetings, and I'm sorry I have to take care of this right now. We'll go to the fire. Okay, cool. Thank you for being so flexible. I appreciate that. My announcement was simply going to be this. I was going to ask you to remember two things. May 17th and this right here. May 17th and 3 circles. And that's all I was going to do. I was going to let it be like a little teaser, and you'll see what's to come. By the way, our calendar is wrong. We don't have a business meeting on the 17th. Everything needs to be bumped back a week, so that will be free. What that is, I had the privilege, and I surprised Garland this morning. He didn't know I was going to do it, but Lord woke me up at 2 o'clock this morning speaking to me. Had a little behind the woodshed time where I had to repent of some things God brought before me, and he also encouraged me to kind of share this morning. Brother Garland invited Michelle and myself, and Karen Ward was able to go this past Thursday, Baptist Collegiate Ministries of the High Country over to App State, to go to their annual appreciation dinner. And I just want to share briefly with y'all about these 3 missionaries and about what's going on over there, because I have a feeling we're going to hear more and more about that. There's 3 missionaries that we heard speak, the ones that are over this BCM of the High Country. There's Mike Puckett, and then you also have a husband and wife team of Scott and Anna Hilby. And they're full-time. They go out and they raise their own funds from the churches over there in that area. And I tell you, just hearing the testimonies, and you'll have opportunity, I think, in the future to really hear the more detailed version of it. But I tell you, 3 or 4 years ago, they shared with us, they had this paradigm shift, this shift in the way they thought as far as how to do missions, how to do ministry over there. And the thing is the way they used to do it compared to what's going on now in the past 3 or 4 years, they're so much more effective. And the thing is the program that they're using now, it isn't a Lifeway program. It isn't, a big church program. It isn't a Southern Baptist program, a David Jeremiah program, anything like that. It's from the Bible. It's from what Jesus said. They're going out and they're doing. They're going out and they're meeting these kids, these students, right where they are on that campus, in their apartments, in their dorm rooms. And they've seen a difference in the way they've changed the mentality, the way they do missions, the way they used to do it. They previously done it. They had their own house. The Baptist Collegiate Ministries had their own house, as many still do today. And Baptist Collegiate Ministries is very near and dear to my heart. Back when I was in college, it was called the BSU, the Baptist Student Union. I was discipled there. I met my wife, Michelle. That's where we met. So it's very near and dear to my heart. But when I look back on the way it was, and even to listen to these people speak, they had this house. They used to invite people to come in. They'd put posters out all across campus, inviting them to come into this house. They'd have events, but very little people came. They've had very little success in sharing the gospel because no one came. Well, now the process has changed, and what they're doing is they're going out. You see, what used to be their own house, their own quote-unquote country club to Christians, and I dare say even to maybe those who consider themselves Christians, wasn't effective because that's not what God had called them to do. And I can compare it, and I think we can compare it to the churches today. So many churches today, we're doing the same thing. We're treating church as a country club where we come in, and it's for us Christians to come and to be served and to have our needs met. And that's so out of whack of what Jesus said. We're to be going out. And as I thought about this and how it applies to my own church, I thought to myself, this year alone, how many people has the gospel been presented to clearly through any ministry associated with this church? Now, I'm not talking about people saved because, as I mentioned earlier service, that's God's job of saving. He just calls us to go and share and present the gospel. And so we need to go outside these walls. We need to see what these people are doing, how they're taking what God says, what Jesus himself said, to go out. And what they're doing now is it's incredible. Through 3 people and a handful of students at the moment that God has entrusted to their care, what they are doing. Since they began this new way of thinking, the Jesus way of thinking, they have gone and been able to knock on and speak to over 1,000 people. Almost 500 people have clearly been presented the gospel. And over 11 people have come to know Jesus Christ. And they don't even go out and they don't stop there. They baptize them. They have a plan of discipleship that they use, that they go down and listen to disciple these students. And they're even going to even churches all around over in their area, and they're teaching them things. Matter of fact, this past Saturday, yesterday I believe it was, one of the students, Jordan, took what they're doing, what he learned here, what he learned over there through BCM, he took it down to his local church, and he's been teaching them what they've been doing. So now they're going out in their community and doing things. And that's what these 3 circles are. It's a way they're using these 3 circles, and it's a way to share the gospel in a conversational way. And it's nothing new. It's something a pastor down in Florida came up with, and but they're using it, and it's effective. So May 17th, they have agreed to come here and to teach us how to use this presentation to share the gospel. So I encourage everyone to be here Wednesday and invite somebody. Listen, we're doing a kickoff. We're inviting other churches. We're going to be sending letters out to other churches. We're going to put it on social media because this is a God thing. It's not just, they don't want to contain it over there in Boone. They want to share it with all the other churches because it's so effective. And that's what we want. We don't want to take it and just share it for Pleasant Grove or for just the Baptist churches, but we want everyone to be involved. So would you continue or prayerfully be praying for not only this upcoming May 17th for here, but be praying for that ministry over there. And like I said, I think we'll be hearing more in the future. Wednesday, May 17th, we'll hear a little bit more before they go into the training session. But just be in prayer for them. And again, I encourage us to be thinking what Jesus says, how we should be doing things. This isn't a country club. We come and we should learn together, worship together, absolutely. But then after that, we go. We go outside these walls. And that point is when we become an effective church. And there's no doubt in my mind that's what God's working on in us right now. As he's strengthening us through this transition, there's going to be time he's getting ready to blow the lid off this church and send us out. And we're going to see a big difference made for the community. Thank you.
Okay, mark that down for May the 17th. Anything else as far as announcement-wise?
I think the donuts are going to be here tomorrow for the operation.
Yes, if you order donuts, they'll be available tomorrow at 5:30. And that was from Margaret and Shirley for Operation Christmas Child.
Be here at the church?
You can pick them up at the church tomorrow at 5:30, or you can get them Wednesday. Tomorrow
Okay.
is when they get them.
Get your donuts. Anything else? Yes.
My whole family just wants to say thank you to everybody that's called and stopped by and sent flowers or food to our families.
Okay. And continue to lift them up. Anything else? Been given one name to add to the prayer list. That's Mr. Joe Bishop. I think he's in the hospital. Is that not right? Yeah. And so be sure and add him to your prayer list. Have we got others? Okay, that's always good when we don't have to add the people to the prayer list. All right. Gary, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Good morning. I was given a birthday this morning, Mr. Aaron Scholl. Happy birthday. Is there any other birthdays this week or next week? Nobody's getting any older. Let's sing happy birthday to Aaron this morning.